I know I'm a little late on this, but apparently a lot of you guys seem to think that CC Goku from the Dragon Ball series is now canon.
Don't you ever get tired of being wrong all the time?
A lot of this stems from the fact that a lot of you Dragon Ball fans tend to eat up whatever any content creator has to say about these things without ever doing an ounce of research into the topic itself before you shoot your mouth off.
And don't act like you don't.
So allow me to explain why CC Goku is still technically not canon and should not be brought up unless he is the subject of the conversation. All of this stems from an interview at Japan Expo 2025 where Toyotaro, Torishima, and Nakatsuru were all talking about the things that they like about the Dragon Ball series that they're all currently working on. And during that interview, the subject of canon was brought to their attention. And Torishima at first admittedly did not know what canon meant, and when it was explained to him, he kind of laughed it off and figured out what the conversation was about. But the key takeaway from that conversation is what Toyotaro had to say. And Toyotaro said, as I quote, "I love almost everything in the Dragon Ball universe. For me, everything is kind of canon because I've seen it all, but it's not my role to decide what's canon. I think it's better if each fan decides what is or isn't canon for themselves. For example, I used to play Dragon Ball Online, and that's canon to me too." If you want to read the entire interview, go over to my boy Timid Shade's page where he posted the entire thing. So even the current head of the Dragon Ball manga admits right there in that interview that CC Goku is not canon, and it is up to the fans to decide that, as he himself does not have the authority to determine what is canon.
Do you understand?
Which then leaves you Dragon Ball fans with two options. Either A, everything in and related to Dragon Ball is now canon, which means that Jump Force is now canon and everything in that game is also canon, including the massive power boost that every single character in the game would then receive. And Dragon Ball Evolution, which is one of the worst movies ever made, is now canon to your entire series. Or you have option 2, where the only thing you are allowed to talk about in any content creator's page or question is the Goku in question.
The choice is yours.
And that has been the lay of the land for a long time. But because a lot of you Dragon Ball fans like to cry and moan about CC Goku when regular Goku would definitely lose a fight, we find ourselves in these situations all the time. So the next time some Dragon Ball fan decides to shoot their mouth off, why don't you do all of us a favor in the entire anime and power scaling community? Stop gobbling down that meat so readily, do some research into the things that they're saying, and don't be a bleeding sheep ready to be sheared for the winner.